God, fuck's sake.
So you're interested in gardening?
I do, yeah. Well, my mother was very big into gardening. We had a small garden at home, and I sort of grew up with sort of slightly green fingers, slightly. So I grow a lot of veg myself, and recently would have a fairly big interest in wilding and trying to get improve the habitats around the country. And I've done a fair bit around my own house at home in Rossmoney, and would have planted quite a lot of bare root trees and allowed this sort of area to become quite, hospitable to the bees, etc. Yeah.
You have a big garden.
I have 2.5 acres.
That's a big garden.
It's a big garden. So I got a farmer in this year, and we tilled and ploughed a fair bit of it, and we planted a wild Irish meadow, got from a company down in Cork, Fruit Hill Farm. They do all organic native Irish plants or whatever, and planted it there this year, and came back after a 3 weeks holidays recently to a fantastic array of wildflowers. Absolutely delighted, yeah.
Was this a new direction for you, or are you always interested in that kind of stuff? Or?
I was always interested in gardening. I must say the wilding is I would have been one of these ones that sort of didn't like, didn't like unkempt verges and all that sort of. I had to be won over, I must admit, you know.
Well, I think we're mostly like that, like the nice smooth lawn and all that kind of stuff. And,
But as you know yourself, like a grass field is sterile. You know, there's nothing. It's no benefit whatsoever to the ecosystem. You know, and so it's just a bit of diversity. That's what it's all about. That's if you think of one word, it's just diversity. You know? It can be applied to a lot of things in life, can't it? Diversity.
But in the great sea coming back, there's a bit
it's fabulous, and it's just like who decided what was flowers and what was weeds years ago, right? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
who thought a dandelion was a weed, you know?
Well, in my time, wildflowers were weeds, and wild animals were vermin.
Yeah.
Which put them in a very dangerous position, didn't it?
Yeah. No, just you have to open up your mind to all these things. I'm thankfully live in a very beautiful part of Ireland, and a beautiful part of this county, and just outside Westport, about 6 miles on the sea, and we just get fabulous wildlife, just absolutely, and it just does your heart good to see something thriving in your local area and living and reproducing in your local area. It's really good.
There's a bit of, as they say, a sea change going on, isn't there?
Oh, it is, yeah.
An attitude, like. Yeah.
But you'll find, like all these things, like the drink driving years ago, and the young people are with this, right? It's the middle-aged people that need to be won over, right? I do a bit of property management, and we've managed to get a number of the estates in different parts of the county here won over to devote, some of their areas to a bit of wilding. And there's generally areas that the gardener it's wet and they've difficulty mowing anyway, you know. So we got some nice signs from Mayo County Council, and we put the signs up and all. But in winning over the residents of the particular developments, all I have to say to them is, look, I'll come back to you in a week, talk to your kids who are at primary school and see what they think. And that there's no argument there. Like all the kids are 100%. They understand it. It's the middle-aged people that haven't come around to it yet. Really.
Hard to change old habits.
It is indeed, yeah. Well, you have to be sort of. It's a manly thing to be able to admit you may have been wrong, basically. And that's what we need to say. We may have been wrong. We got the wrong education ourselves. We just have to say not everything. Everyone realizes not everything you hear is true or right. So you have to be able to make up your own mind. And as times change and as the emphasis change, you have to be able to change yourself. Yeah.